वीडियो स्टार्ट हो गई
हाय सो आज एक जर्नी के बारे में बात करेंगे. द जर्नी इज स्मॉल. So I took up this challenge where there was an open mic happening and I decided to perform a stand-up comedy set in that, right? Now a lot of you might have seen many comics making you go head over heels, with their jokes and punches, but let me tell you, it's way more difficult than that. So the thing is that I'll give you an insight of what I learned from this small journey, from registering for that open mic to going and performing it. I believe people don't highlight the fact that it requires a lot of courage and confidence to be in front of an audience and make them laugh, because you don't know how they will be, right? Because I believe, for me, to be very honest, laughing is a therapy. And since my school days, I guess my biggest flex was that I can make people laugh. Right, now here comes the difficult part, here comes the challenge. You can only make those people laugh who vibe with you. A person you cannot make, it's very difficult to make someone laugh who is not your friend or who does not vibe with you. And I feel that way I was very blessed to be with such positive people who vibe with me. My 11th and 12th were like my best years in my school life, because I laughed a lot, I made people laugh, I joked around, and I guess that is life, right? So coming to my journey, so in class 10th, I got to know that there is a thing called stand-up comedy where people get up on a stage and make others laugh. Yes, I used to live under a rock before that, but that's when I realized that this is a thing. So I was really fascinated by it. I used to feel that how good this is, that you are lightening the mood of the audience. And for me, I guess making people laugh made me really happy. I just felt that you are just brightening their day. You are blessing them with thoda happiness in their life. Maybe making them forget their problems for a while. So for me it was like really a dream come true, to perform in front of so many people. And you can make them laugh with your stories, with your anecdotes, with your experiences. But here starts my journey. So in class 10th, I remember, I got to know about stand-up comedy, and when I started watching all the comics perform, I still remember the first stand-up comic I saw was Amit Tandon. He has a lot of Netflix specials, and he used to do and still does clean comedy. He used to talk about his family a lot, his kids, and how they create a menace in the house. He used to talk about that, and he was the first comic I followed. Then it went on. Then I came across Zakir Khan, Abhishek Upmanyu, Anubhav Singh Bassi, and these people became my world, my small world, So I remember 2 years later, I came across this video of Anubhav Singh Bassi, who was decoding his cheating. He uploaded a video on YouTube, Cheating by Anubhav Singh Basi, and he was decoding his jokes, his punches and his set with Abish Matthew. But I watched that video, and that made me feel that a lot goes into this, a lot of thought process, a lot of thinking, peace of mind. Like, you cannot think about making people laugh when somewhere you are not, in your own mind you are at peace. So that day I realized that it's even more difficult than I thought. It's not an easy job to constantly make people laugh. And there is a thing called sophisticated humor. We can't just get up on the stage and go crazy and say blah 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 and shit like that. I feel humor is something, okay, I do believe, that you cannot please everyone, but when you are up there, you have to please the maximum number of people. That's when your set is a hit. If people are laughing, then it's a hit. And you don't know whether it will be a hit or not, because you will test around, you will start testing, you will test around your friends, your family, and they know you as a person. Just to motivate you, encourage you, they might at times even lie, or just because you vibe with them, they might laugh, but others might not. So I believe the thing is to make people experience your story. Relatability is a big thing, I feel, here. Now I know I do not have a lot of experience in this, and I'm speaking really huge things, big statements I'm making, and you must be like, ये कौन है, कहाँ से है, कुछ एक सेट की है इसने, इसको क्या लगता है, बहुत कुछ उखाड़ लिया. I'm just telling whatever I saw, whatever I felt, whatever I learnt. And now the thing is that in the end I just feel that you have to put yourself out there, you have to be confident, you have to be shameless, and you have to be safe as well, because some things are controversial. You can't say that. Some things might make people uncomfortable. Not everyone likes dark humor. People are opinionated. So you have to take that fine line between all these things. You have to write something where people relate with you, where people connect with you, where people feel that you are one of their own. Now, on the day of my stand-up set, I was really anxious, nervous. I was constantly reading my set, constantly performing. The biggest challenge, I always thought that delivery is not a problem in my case. Writing a set is, but delivery was the bigger problem. It's not that you just have to write jokes. You have to pick up a tune, you have to pick up a tone when speaking that makes it look and sound funny. You have to be energetic. And even if you are doing smart humor, then you have to make sure that everyone understands that. Because if you just come up with some really super intellectual joke and people don't understand that, then what is the point? So my biggest issue was the delivery. I still remember. It was like I was really having problems, coming up with a style, with a tone. I was really nervous if people will even get this joke, if people will like this joke, if people will understand this. There were a lot of problems, and I gathered up myself. I went there. The show was supposed to start at 1. I reached a bit late. I reached at 1:30. I went there. And then came the real challenge, to be very fair. I was sitting with two of the closest people who were there to support me with me. I was sitting with them. I was really anxious. The moment I entered that hall, I was super anxious. They were constantly encouraging me that no, you can do it. Don't be nervous. Then one of one of the organizers came and he just told me to sit in another row with all the performers. So I was not sitting beside my friends then. I was sitting with a random bunch of people. One person even asked me, "So you are also performing a stand-up? Who are you? What branch are you from?" And when I was answering, when I was looking at people performing, that inspired me, and I was able to, get rid of all the nervous energy. And then suddenly, the organizer went like, "Your set has to be 4 minutes long at max." But my set was 10 minutes long because when I contacted them, they said that it's 10 minutes, it should be 10-minute long. Now, in that 5 minutes, I had to cut my set short to 4 minutes, and I'll be releasing that really soon. I don't know if it was a hit or a miss, but I was able to make people laugh. And to be fair, even if I had missed that shot, I would have been really, demotivated and sad, but that is life, right? You hit some, you miss some. So I'll see you again, and next would be my stand up, and I hope you really like that. Thank you.